these beautiful faces popping into the room. Welcome, welcome everyone. People here on Zoom, people watching the live stream. It's a delight to be together again, as it always is. And here we are on day 1746. Whoa, look at that. Welcome all. Hello, Samara, our new guest, hailing all the way from Asheville, North Carolina. Thank you, Ariana, for the tech. Great to see you here, Jojo. And look, there's Mabel and the Bears, and Susan G in Cincinnati. Oh, it's great to see everyone here. Hello, Sheila in Florida, Trish in Victoria, Chris in Victoria, Luda on Orcas Island, Laris in the UK, Jamie in Victoria, Julia and Kate in Maryland, Loriana and Bob in Massachusetts, Aloysius and Pauline in the UK somewhere. Hello. I see Carolyn in Boise, Idaho. At least her iPad's there. And there's Kay in Texas, Arlene in Berkeley, Elizabeth in California, Adele on her iPhone, and Noelle in Seattle. I see Clive in Birmingham. I see Nancy in Washington State. Her Irish cow should be appearing any moment. And there's Luda in Victoria, Marion in Brighton, and Sue in Seattle. There's Carolyn in Boise again. There's Kathleen in Albuquerque, Maggie in San Ramon, Bonnie in Boise, Carolyn in DC, Fred in Silver Springs, and there's Ruth in Birmingham. The UK is representing well here today. Woohoo! I see Sarah in Texas, Gary in Massachusetts, Kathy in Colorado, Storm and Jane in Texas, Ellie in the UK, Bob in Albany, and John and Maxine. I see Anna in Boston, Cliff in Vermont, Penny in Victoria, Hoda in BC. I'm switching screens and getting my eyes reoriented. There's Carol in Connecticut, Louise and Devon, and Cricket. Look at this fabulous collection of humans who are about to sing together and meet a fabulous new guest. Here we are all together in the daily antidote of song. Wow. So sweet to be here together. Doesn't he play well? Isn't
nice
that sweet?
Job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gosh. And we are delighted to bring into the room for the first time our friend Samara Jade, currently in Asheville, North Carolina. We met Samara back in 2019. I think it was in February when she was in Victoria visiting with some family. They were staying in an Airbnb down in James Bay. And I'd been hearing about Samara for years and her music, and I wanted to at least meet her. And it turned out that we had about 10 minutes of overlap while chatting on the porch of this Airbnb. And then out of the blue, I said, Samara, what are you doing in June? And would you like to be the guest artist for the Getting Higher Choir? And
She popped the question.
brilliantly and wisely, she said yes.
And we had a great time with her here, the big concert and other gigs, and then she came back another time. So we're very happy to see you again, Samara.
And
anyway, we'll take it over to you.
We'll talk about more details, but Samara has some fabulous songs to share with us today.
Take us away with a song, Samara.
Okay, thank you so much, Dick and Cathy, for asking me on here, and everyone for being here and welcoming me into the 1,700 and something day
46.
of this daily ritual. This is so beautiful. So honored to be a part of this. I've got a lot of songs and was trying to think of which one would be good. And surprisingly to myself, an oldie song that I usually don't sing. was calling to me when I was thinking of songs, and this one has been up for me recently with the fires going on in LA, because of the story. I'll tell a brief story of this song. So about 10 years ago, I was at a gathering outdoors, an earth skill gathering, primitive skills gathering, and out of the corner of my eye, all of a sudden, everybody's eating dinner, and I saw a fire out of the corner of my eye, and looked over, and it was bigger than just a regular bonfire, and pretty soon everybody noticed that one of the gazebo sort of pagoda structures was on fire. And so there was this moment of panic, and everybody kind of recalibrated to this, like, oh, this is an emergency. This isn't just a regular thing happening. And I'd say about half the people maybe ran towards the fire to investigate that, and maybe half the people ran towards trying to find water. And we're all trying to find water and bring water over to the fire in buckets, in kitchen pans, and like every vessel that can hold water. And before you know it, like a 300-person bucket brigade formed, and we're just dumping water onto this fire. And miraculously, we're able to put out the fire right as the fire trucks were pulling up. So it was kind of this miraculous community effort. And yeah, everyone's nervous system was pretty activated and heightened after that. So everybody gravitated towards the central area, and someone started drumming, and then a lot of people started drumming and kind of just shaking off the trauma and like what just happened. And yeah, my natural response to things like this is often to just start singing. So I started singing a little ditty, and from that came this song. It's Everyone is carrying water to put out this fire. Everyone is carrying water to put out this raging flame is the first part. I'm gonna get it going on my looper so you can hear all the parts. So here's the drum. To put out, everyone is carrying water to put out this fire. So try singing that. Everyone is carrying water to put out this fire. Second time. Everyone is carrying water to put out this raging flame. Everyone is carrying water to put out this raging flame. We'll sing it all together. Everyone is carrying water to put out this fire. Everyone is carrying water to put out this raging flame. Everyone is carrying water to put out this fire. Everyone is carrying water to put out this raging flame. Everyone is carrying water to put out this fire. Everyone is carrying water to put out this raging flame. Second part. Breathe in step by step. Breathe out. This is nothing we can't handle. Breathe in step by step. Breathe out. This is nothing we can't handle. Breathe in step by step. Breathe out. This is nothing we can't handle. Breathe in step by step. Breathe out. This is nothing we can't handle. Breathe in step by step. Breathe out. This is nothing we can't handle. Breathe in step by step. Breathe out. Alright, I'm gonna let y'all see how these two parts go together. Everyone is carrying step by step. Breathe out. This is nothing we can't handle. Everyone is carrying this raging flame we can't handle. Everyone is carrying step by step. Free to put out this fire we can't handle. Everyone is carrying step by step. Free to put out this raging flame we can't handle. Everyone is carrying step by step. Free to put out this fire we can't handle. Everyone is carrying step by step. Free to put out this raging flame we can't handle. Everyone is carrying. All right, I'm gonna bring in the third part. Free to put out this fire we can't handle. Many hearts, many hearts, many hands, many hands, many hearts, twice as many hands. So I'll break that down a little bit. That part's kind of a mouthful. You have to figure out when to breathe. So many hearts, many hearts, many hands, many hands. Try that. Many hearts, many hearts, many hands, many hands, many hearts, twice as many hands. Many hearts, twice as many hands all together. Many hearts, many hands, many hands, many hearts, twice as many hands. Many hearts, many hands, many hands, many hearts, twice as many hands. Many hearts, many hands, many hands, many hearts, twice as many hands. Many hearts, many hands, many hands, many hearts, twice as many hands. Let's put them together. Out this fire. Here's the first part coming around. Everyone is carrying water to put out this raging flame. Everyone is carrying water. So sing that first part if you'd like. To put out this fire. You can join me on. Everyone is carrying water. To put out this raging flame. Here comes the many parts. Everyone is carrying water. Many hands, to put out this twice as many hands. Everyone is carrying water. Many hands, to put out this raging twice as many hands. Everyone is carrying water. Many hands, to put out this twice as many hands. Everyone is carrying water. Many hands, to put out this raging twice as many. Here's the other part. Everyone is carrying step by step and to put out this twice as many hands. Everyone is carrying steady and to put out this raging twice as many handle. Everyone is carrying step by step and free to put out this twice as many can't handle. Everyone is carrying step by step and free to put out this raging twice as many can't handle. Everyone is carrying step by step and free to put out this twice as many can't handle. Everyone is carrying steady and free to put out this raging twice as many can't handle. Everyone is carrying steady and free to put out this twice as many can't handle. Everyone is carrying steady and free to put out this raging twice as many can't handle. Everyone is carrying steady and free to put out this twice as many can't handle. Everyone is carrying steady and free to put out this raging twice as many can't handle. Everyone is carrying steady and free to put out handle. Breathing hard, step by step, and breathe out. This is nothing we can handle. Everyone is carrying steady by steady, and breathe out. This is nothing we can handle. Everyone is carrying step by steady, and breathe out. I'll end the first part together. Everyone is carrying water to put out this raging flame. Everyone is carrying water to put out this fire. Everyone is carrying water to put out this raging flame.
Ooh, thank you, Samara. Thank you. It is no wonder why that song has been tugging at you.
Yeah.
And I'm just singing through it and seeing all these faces, all these hands, and all the ways that each of us, all the many hearts, and twice as many hands, and thinking of all the ways that we are carrying water, each of us doing what we can in this world for the many versions of raging fire. And of course our hearts go out deeply to everything that's happening wherever fires are burning, of course right now, especially everywhere around Los Angeles, and there are fires in more places than that. And collectively, whether it's the real or the metaphoric fires that need all of our water. And and speaking of water, Samara, just thinking of what you came home to in Asheville, and the flooding there, and the ways communities came together, the way people came together and just did what needed to be done. So how are you in that? How are your people?
Yeah, thanks for asking. I know it's been a year of pretty drastic weather, especially up here in the mountains of North Carolina. No one ever expected a hurricane. I feel really, really blessed that I'm personally fine. My house is fine, and I was actually gone when the storm hit, and was blessed to return to an intact home. But very much the collective is dealing with the trauma, and many people have experienced unthinkable loss from this, and my heart goes out to everybody dealing with that loss. And even for people who haven't experienced that kind of direct loss, there's a loss of favorite places, there's a loss of landscape, and just a surrealness in driving around the landscape and witnessing the disaster zones of anywhere by a river. So it's been very humbling, the strong forces of water and fire and the elements in general. And my heart goes out to anybody grieving and struggling with that. And specifically what inspired me to sing this song the other day was actually at a show I was playing in Philadelphia, and there were a couple poets who I was sharing the show with, and one of the poets said something about how poetry is like water for the collective fires. And I was like, oh, I've got a song about that. So and I hadn't thought about that song in a long time, so it sprung up out of me, and it reminded me that, like, oh yeah, we all carry water for these fires, and poetry and art and music is a big part of that.
Gosh, and speaking, Samara, of poetry, art, and music, and storytelling, it was such a delight for us, in September on our way back from Northern California to come through Eugene on the same day that you happened to be there. Tell us a little bit about what you were doing there.
It was a miraculous paths crossing to see y'all there. And Dick and Cathy came to me and my partner Micah's show. We were touring all summer, and actually we just got back yesterday, 2 nights ago, from touring our show to New York and back. But we've been collaborating on this song and storytelling offering that's very bardic in nature, which is an original story that he wrote, a fable, a mythic story, that I put to music, and it has a lot of community singing in it also. So it's very interactive, and yeah, relevant to the times too, even though it is about an old king. So
Right.
yeah, we hope to keep performing that, and we're going to be touring out west again this coming summer, and whether it's with that or another story and offering, I'm not sure yet. But that's
For
been a
those,
really enriching thing in my life.
that's great. For those who don't know, Samara is based in North Carolina, but about half the time she finds herself on the West Coast. She's got a very dependable vehicle that gets her back and forth.
Sometimes dependable.
Yeah, yeah,
It was this time around.
yeah. And just it was a delight for us to be able to meet Micah. And I don't know if you wanted to share any news.
Sure, we're getting married this year, so that's been a happy thing in my life.
Yeah, so sweet. Yes.
A great fellow. We really enjoyed meeting him and seeing the show that you did.
I'm so glad y'all got to meet and see our show, and yeah, it was such a treat to see you too.
And the most recent, or what is Zero the most recent album?
It is my most recent solo album. I did put out an album with my group based in Washington called Three Wheels Turning a couple years ago. And the album is just called Three Wheels Turning, and it's a fantastic collaboration with two of my best musical and otherwise friends, Amy Ringel and Michaela Kingslight. And the three of us braid our songs and voices and instruments together to form Three Wheels Turning. So yeah, so our music is out there as Three Wheels Turning too.
Yeah, great. Some folks may remember that if people have come on Wednesday night, or I think we might have shared here, Samara, your song, your These Old Stories.
Oh, cool.
We're talking about the elements and how the elements can yes, sometimes the elements can harm us, but they also sustain and support us. So yeah, Three Wheels Turning. And we think we have time for another song that we just need to learn the chorus of, right?
Yeah, that
Because
sounds
this is
good.
epic and wonderful.
Well, thank you, Dick and Cathy, for encouraging me to play this one. I wouldn't have thought to play it otherwise, because I've got a lot more of rounds and layered songs and singing songs. But this one is a good, I'll teach you the chorus of this. And this is one that I wrote right in at the beginning of the COVID lockdown, so it's loosely about that, but more so just about being in these times of great change and unknown and collective initiation, and how we meet that, and how we, it's a prayer for facing the unknown together rather than turning against each other. So the chorus: we are building a bridge across the unknown. Sing that. We are building a bridge across the unknown. We're all going together. No one's going alone. We're all going together. No one's going alone. We are building a bridge. We each bring a stone. We're all building a bridge. We each bring a stone. No one's built it before, but the blueprint is in our bones. No one's built. Sorry, it's kind of a hard. I'm not used to calling and responsing this one, so I might just sing through the chorus. It doesn't really work. And I'll sing it through once, and then I'll start the song, and I think you'll catch it enough because the chorus comes around a few times. We are building a bridge across the unknown. We're all going together. No one's going alone. We are building a bridge. We each bring a stone. No one's built it before, but the blueprint is in our bones. And the chorus changes slightly every time, but you'll hear the bones part. Slippery precipice, gazing out with vertigo to the pathless abyss. As we spiral in descent, it's hard to see if we're on track. One thing is for certain, there is no turning back. What will you sacrifice? What will you leave behind? What tools do you carry in your spirit, soul, and mind. What hardships have you gone through that prepared us for this strife? What gifts do you offer at the altar of life? We are building a bridge across the unknown. We're all going together. No one's going alone. We are building a bridge. We each bring a stone. No one's built it before, but the blueprint is in our bones. Yeah, the blueprint is in our bones. The blueprint is in our bones. The blueprint is in our bones. Oh, it's in our bones. We are the descendants of the ones who have lived through plagues and wars and genocides, floods and famines too. Their wisdom lives on in the ground and in our blood and dreams. Let's call upon the ancient ones to guide us through the scene. May they help us to remember how it feels to be in sync with the rhythms of the earth. We're inseparably linked. There's no going back to normal, at least the normal we've known of. We are crossing to a new world on a bridge we built with love. Here we go. As we are building a bridge across the unknown, we're all going together. No one's going alone. We are building a bridge. We each bring a stone. No one's built it before, but the blueprint is in our bones. Blueprint is in our bones. We can layer those parts. Blueprint is in. We are building a bridge across the unknown. We're all going together. No one's going alone. We are building a bridge across the unknown. We're all going together. No one's going alone. We are building a bridge across the unknown. We're all going together. No one's going alone. We are building a bridge across the unknown. We're all going together. No one's going alone. We are building a bridge across the unknown. We're all going together. No one's going alone. We are building a bridge across the unknown. We're all going together. No one's going alone. We are building a bridge across the unknown. We're all going together. No one's going alone. We are building a bridge across the unknown. We're all going together. No one's going alone. We are building a bridge across the unknown. We're all going together. No one's going alone.
Whoa, wow. No one's going alone. We are in this together. Yeah. Thank
So
you,
good.
Samara.
Good to have you in there with
you.
us, Samara.
Yeah, good to be with y'all.
You know,
Just having a flashback of when we did some songs with you in our concert of the Getting Higher Choir, and as you might notice, Samara has quite a vocal range, and when we tried to do her song, we thought for the mere mortals we had to split her melody across all four voice sections from bass
But
to
it's-
soprano to make it work for most of us.
but
So
such
beautiful
a joy
job.
to sing with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I think we're going to have you back because you have so many great songs to share with this community who I know will want to know more about their music. So it's so sweet to have this introduction, all the inspiration, and I hope you see a spike on your Bandcamp earnings, you know?
Thank you.
Yeah. So
Thank you
it's
so much.
yeah, thank you for being here, Samara, and it's already time to just about to say goodbye, but I think we'd like to let people know that, of course, come back tomorrow because there
yeah.
are more people here, and
Tomorrow is Victoria Vox, and then Friday is Audrey Jaber, then Vasu Dixit on the 18th, And oops, we're just covered that up. Pam Parker and Friends on the 19th. Thank you all for being here today. And it might be time to say farewell.
I think yes, we will sing you out of the room. Thank you again, Samara. Thank you everyone
so
for
much.
singing along so enthusiastically, and let's all bring our water everywhere we go.
Thanks, Samara.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dick and Cathy. And thanks, everybody.
Thank you so much, Samara. Thank you, Bob and Mabel and the Bears for being here. Susan in Cincinnati. I cannot say that. It is Cincinnati. I was conflating it with Seattle. I've got it straight. Thank you for being here, Trish in Victoria. And Chris also in Victoria. Goodbye, Linda on Orcas Island. Kathleen in Albuquerque. Sue in Seattle. Louise in Devon. Laris in the UK. Ariana in Los Angeles. With a tech. And Cliff in Vermont. Goodbye, Anne in Nashville. Katie in Maryland. Anne in Knoxville. Pauline in Newcastle. Ruth in Birmingham. Ellie in the UK. Kathy in Colorado. Annette in California. Carolyn in Boise. Maggie in San Ramon. Arlene in Berkeley. Jojo in Tacoma Park. Dell in Maryland. And Noel in Seattle. Goodbye, Clive in Birmingham. Marion in Brighton. Sheila in Florida. Athena in Brooklyn. Luda in Victoria. Caroline in DC. Bonnie in Boise. Diane in Puerto Rico. Nancy in Washington State with her glorious sweet Irish cow. Goodbye, Storm in Massachusetts. Fred in Silver Springs. Gary in Massachusetts. Hoda in BC. Kay in Texas. Sarah in Texas. Aloysius in a vehicle. Anna in Boston. Jamie in Victoria. Elizabeth in California. Jane in Texas. And Bob in Albany. We have John and Maxine in Massachusetts as well. Goodbye, Penny in Victoria. And also some tech support. Let's see who's next. I'm getting my eyes oriented. I see Carol in Connecticut. Great to see you there. Thanks for being here, Cricket. Goodbye, Curly Tops in Vermont. Goodbye, Jenny in Suffolk. And that is everyone. It's so great that we've been here. We're glad we got to introduce you all to Samara. And we know we'll all be back. And thanks to those on the live stream and those in the room and anybody who will be watching the recording. Isn't this a fabulous thing to be doing and singing ourselves back into health and wholeness on the daily antidote of song? Thank you all. Mwah. Thanks for playing, sweetie.
Thank you, dear. Isn't she great? All right. Thank you, everyone.